A first replay of the day, it is Musashi. So as always, chat, the first thing we do is we check out the team makeup. So no CVs, which is very good for the Musashi. Musashi, as we know, has a very, very low AA rating. So no CVs to worry about. And really, I mean, this is the one thing when people talk about what's better, Yamato or Musashi? Well, Yamato gets access to, of course, a legendary module, which is insanely strong. Musashi gets access to this matchmaking. So this matchmaking is really good, top tier. He's going against tier 7s. Lion stands no chance. Against this Miyoko York. I mean, these are laughably soft targets for the Musashi, but let's see what we get here. And he's going towards C-Cap. I always forget the name of this. Atlantic, yeah. I hate this map, but he's taking an approach that I tend to take, which is not getting stuck into the trap that is this map. So this map is really kind of a trap in the way that it funnels you into this area. And how many times have you played on this map where you have 3, 4, 5 ships just stuck in this little area? And so one thing I tend to do on this map, I hate going towards that side, but one thing he's doing is staying more centralized, which is very important. One of the things that's nice about going this way is you are just a few seconds away from getting shots on B-Cap, and you can also get some really good angles on this cap from the side. And it's a 2 destroyer game, and the destroyers are Kagero and Moss. As we know, they're both on caps, as B and C cap are capping, so A cap should be pretty open. But he doesn't really have to worry about torps, so as of right now at least. But so yeah, one of the things is I really don't like this side of the map, and he's doing something I tend to do all the time, which is as soon, and if you've ever played a battleship, you know as soon as you fire, there is a squishier and better target that is much closer that always pops up. So next target is the shores. So a couple of things I tend to look for. There you go. I just wonder if he's gonna pop spotter. So if you are a battleship player, one of the things I highly recommend is learning how and good night. There we go, and he's using Yamamoto, nice. One thing that's very, very, very important when you are playing a battleship or learning to play battleships is learning how to use a spotter plane. So if you're ever interested in learning how to use a spotter plane, obviously battleships are good just because you learn it there, but Russian cruisers are a fantastic way to learn how to smack him. I get some alright damage. Kagero's there, that's really good to know too. What was the other one? Kagero and Moss. So he's not spotted, he can kind of just hang out here. They'll kind of split from middle. But if you want to learn how to shoot with a spotting plane, Russian cruisers are probably your best bet. So fairly fast. Oh yeah, he's on the Russian server. Fast reload, low trajectory, pretty good overall.
Bye, Thunder.
And he's going to pick on this Neptune a little bit. But already in the first 4 minutes, he's at 65k. And he's focusing the right targets too, which Neptune, even though that Musashi is going nice and broadside, and he has a spotter plane, so he has plenty of range, you always have to take out the little flimsy targets. And looks like, even on the Russian server, that the shores over there, or that's a shores, never mind, I thought it was a Smolensk. I was like, even the Smolensk are trying to keep it balanced over there. So a little bit of a bummer. Okay, the Kagero got that. It seems like the Kagero might play pretty well. There, Akatsuki took a torp. So again, there's the Neptune. That's what you're looking for. And one thing he's doing a lot, which isn't really the worst thing in the world. I remember seeing something. Neptune dies anyway, but it's fine. It's always called like walking. Oh, he's broadside to the Samagi. I don't think he knows. So he's actually trying to back up a little bit. Or he got lucky that the Amagi didn't light him up. There's the Moss too, so that's good to know. He could honestly push north. Take on the Samagi, but he's just chilling right now. And I mean, this guy's just chilling. But you know what he's doing, as he is right here. I call like walking the shot. So now there's always the, should I shoot the full salvo or should I shoot the like ripple fire? And I always say shoot the entire salvo if you have faith in it, but when you see like a battleship, like he didn't know if that Musashi was going full speed or was going to plan to go full speed or speed up or yada yada yada. So he's kind of in a way ripple firing, but in more of a calculated, I guess. I do that sometimes, especially if you have spotter plane and you're shooting at something that's kind of wiggling around a lot. I'll do that a whole bunch. Actually, I think that might be high. Dispersion might help him out though, because this is Musashi. Oh, Dispersion tried to help him out. We got 4 overpens on a broadside Musashi somehow. So, very important to get this Moss. Moss is his primo target, because if this Moss dies, then he has a fairly good spot. He's in a good position right now. Jean Bart ram. That is a really, really, really good ram. Thing is, though, is this guy going to stay spotted long enough? And boop. Got some decent dispersion. Hey, nice. So yeah, so he's in a good spot right here because he didn't extend into that side. Like, look at what's over there. There's Jean Bart, the other Musashi. If he would have gone on this side of this island, I mean, he has no out. He's getting farmed by these guys at this point, but instead he's staying central and he already has 2 kills. And he has a good control point where they kill the destroyer and he's going to be able to go. I would go right on the middle B cap, because if you look at the other side of the map, there is a Alaska, which is super far away, and a Lion, which Lion isn't super scary for you. And already 7 minutes in, he has Confederate. Nice. So he's looking at a couple angles. They're trying to get a couple angles on stuff. Obviously, this Amagi, if it's going to keep sailing broadside, he will continue to just punish it. And then that Jean Bart and the Musashi as they travel south. Man, he doesn't care. He's chilling. Ooh, okay. All right. Tends to not happen against the Amagis, but we'll take that. Nice little Deb strike on the Amagi. You don't normally see it against Amagis. They tend to have fairly troll armor. So he still has to worry about this this Kagero, which is a little scary. He's just slaying out citadels right now. 8 minutes, almost 200k. Everything's chilling broadside for him, so he put himself in the right position for this team to just offer themselves up for him. Let's turn it in. I'm surprised that that guy didn't get spotted, that Lion. He must just be right at that angle. That's York. So right now this is a little scary for him because you see where the Lion is. So one thing you want to try to do as you're learning the game. Now obviously he has the York over here. But if you saw, the Lion was just outside of spotting range, the Musashi was just outside of spotting range. So I'm getting a little worried because we don't know where the Kagero is. And even when he goes, when he loses the penalty for firing penalty, he's still getting spotted. It may just simply be that the York is right there, which obviously it's right there. But I'm nervous about the Kagero because obviously Kagero could just send you right back to port. Well, I have a Miyoko. Miyoko's AFK. Yeah, so this is a little uneasy for me. And again, he's using it looks like Superintendent. And this is something that I feel like Superintendent has lost so much value on battleships. He just used one of his 6 heals 10 minutes into the game. Now, Superintendent can be super clutch, but only if you use all those heals. I really feel like that skill has lost a ton of value for battleships. But no, he's doing a good job right now of, again, positioning. His positioning's been pretty solid all game. He wants to try to get that Kagero, as you see right here. He's getting distance from that side. I'm surprised the Kagero is going south, but their Kagero really doesn't have any interest on going and fighting the enemy Kagero or finding him at all. So he needs to accidentally get his Kagero in between him and that. So he's focusing the right stuff. He's gonna get some distance. If he is, you know, if he gets aggressive and pushes that way, there's so many alleys that this Kagero knows the Musashi's coming from, and so it would just tee up a whole bunch of stuff. So right target here is gonna have spotter plane. That's super scary. That means the Kagero's on the cap, which means he can actually probably pop the spotter plane. What? Hello? So lucky. Yeah, the Kagero's on the cap. I don't think he realized it right at the start. I would have popped the spotter plane instantly because I bet you would have caught him.
Spotter airborne. Problem solved, sir.
Yeah, he's in an awkward spot right now for sure. Because he has the Musashi, he has the Jean Bart. What a gutsy Kagero, though. Dude does not care. And obviously isn't a torp reload Kagero. Alright, well, you can at least slam this. Yeah.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Yeah, see, like his Kagero like isn't really playing destroyer versus destroyer. He's definitely trying to hunt down other stuff. So he's like constantly trying to get the Kagero on the backside of him. And there it is. He's not paying attention. Not paying attention. The Kagero just came up. Ah, distracted. So we're gonna have a Kagero torp off. Oh no, they're shooting their guns. He actually got another Citadel. He got another Citadel in that Alaska. Oh, he's being so greedy. But no, he's doing the right thing. He's getting away from the Kagero, at least making him chase torps. But straight up Benny Hill music, man. Two IGN destroyers fighting against each other, using their guns. But the secondaries are doing work. Boom! There's the Kraken. And there's the super heal. Look at that.
Our team has taken the lead. Spotter returning to ship.
That freaking Yamamoto. I forget, does it give him that much? God. I forgot how much it gave you. It's like a quarter life, 30% or something like that. Hey, we'll take it. That's pretty good. I mean, obviously, he probably has, you know... I'm trying to think. I mean, it's just the flag. That's all that would really affect it. Down goes that. Taking the 6 kill. That 2 tanks down there. Musashi, but who cares at this point? But no, this is a good example. This is obviously a flex game, as somebody called it in chat. This is obviously a game for bragging. But no, he had really good positioning all game. Really good positioning and really good target selection. Throughout this entire game. 300,000 as always. 100k, that's what you aim for. 200k, that's a really good game. 300k, that's amazing. So, and that 3 full pen for less than 3,000 damage. Hell yeah. But no, this is definitely a bit of a bragger game, but this is a really good. He had really good positioning. And one thing about this map and is just how much of a trap going to C cap can be. A cap kind of, but there's so many mountains you can shoot over. But C cap is definitely a trap, and it happens all the time. And it's just because how the map is set up. The map just funnels you into this point, and so many people get stuck up there, and it's so hard to get away to get back out of it. And somebody snags that last kill. So really good game, really good positioning. And, you know, he got the cross on the Neptune he sent home first. He got the Namagi salvo. He was gifted some broadsides all game, but 100 shots, 300 and almost 40,000 damage. That was some good positioning, man. And he pushed onto the cap, hung out there. Overall, a very, very solid game by Comrade. GG's, man. Musashi, a solid game.